Home options to burn belly fat. Why is belly fat the first place to be deposited? How do the Japanese fight it? What other ways are there to get rid of belly fat? Watch the video to the end to find out what you can do to reduce the layer of fat on your belly. According to statistics from the World Health Organization, the world's population is constantly gaining weight. Now more than 30% of people are overweight. And the number of obese and fat people increases every year. There are countries in which about half of the inhabitants have a pronounced layer of subcutaneous fat. About 61% of people who are obese live on the island of Nauru in the Pacific Ocean. This country, which bears the same name as the island, has the highest incidence of diabetes, about 31%. In the list of the most obese nations, the United States ranks 11th with 36.2%, Turkey is 16th with 32.1%, Great Britain is 35th with 27.8% of obese people, Greece is 53rd with 24.9%, Russia is 69th with 23.1%, and Vietnam is 191st with 2.1%. The reasons for excessive fullness can be different, and fat begins to be deposited primarily on the abdomen. Why is belly fat deposited in the first place? Fat deposits can accumulate in different areas of the body, but almost always, in women and men, they appear in the abdominal area. And it is not necessarily the case that a person who has excess lipids in other areas of the body will have an enlarged abdomen. The abdomen is the primary site of fat deposition. As a result, the presence inside the abdominal cavity of organs around which fat deposits are formed. This is due to the peculiarities of the anatomic structure of the intestine, which is reinforced by the mesentery, and around the loops of the intestine easily form areas of deposition of fat molecules. Lack of elasticity of the anterior abdominal wall muscles, flabby abdominal abs. Intestinal disorders, sluggishness of the body, a slowed metabolism, dysfunction of fat breakdown, and transformation of carbohydrates. Often the abdomen protrudes forward not only from excess fat, but also as a result of curvature and deformity of the spine. When the abdomen is enlarged, the abdominal fat belt is formed, the abdomen is significantly moved forward, the figure becomes unsightly, and internal organs can malfunction. With these changes, people try to get rid of belly fat, but not always get the desired effect, and the implementation of professional procedures and the use of surgical methods is quite expensive. How do the Japanese deal with this problem? There are not many overweight people in Japan. By the way, Japan ranks 185th among all countries in terms of the fatness of the population. The percentage of obese people is only 4.3%. The Japanese method of fat stomach correction is available at home, easy to apply, and within the power of everyone. In order to reduce the amount of fat on the abdomen and improve the spine, you need a large towel and only 5 minutes of time a day. The exercise with a towel, invented in Japan, is now successfully used all over the world. With the help of this method, the functionality of all organs and systems is restored, metabolic processes are accelerated, which leads to a reduction in the volume of the abdomen. Regular performance of the procedure allows reducing the waist size by 10 centimeters. But you should not expect very fast achievements. Results will be sure, but for this purpose it is necessary to do the exercise every day and for a long time. Perform the exercise as follows. A long towel, not less than 1.5 m, should be rolled up into a tight roll, and the resulting twist should be secured with a rope. The roll should be at least 40 centimeters long and at least 10 centimeters in diameter. The exercise should be done on the floor. For this purpose, it is worth to lay a mat. The surface should be flat and smooth. Next, you should sit on the mat, put the roller behind the buttocks, legs bent at the knees, feet pressed to the floor. Now slowly lower yourself onto your back. The roller should be at the level of your belly button. You can check this by sliding your hands from the navel through the sides to the roller. If necessary, it should be moved. The next step is to straighten the legs. Do it gently, with the heels apart and the big toes together. You will get such a clubfoot position of the lower limbs. The hands should be extended above the head, palms down, and held by the little fingers. Stay in this position for 5 minutes. The fingers and toes should constantly touch each other. When the time expires, you should carefully slowly take your body off the towel and just lie on the floor for 5 minutes, then only get up. It may take a while to get the exercise right, so you should start with 1 minute and then build up to 5 minutes as you become more proficient. For the first few weeks, the waistline will shrink and then go back to its original size. But regular daily exercise is sure to do the trick. Another way to reduce belly fat was given to the world by the Japanese film actor Mika Ryosuke. He studied the ancient methods of wellness, carried a lot of them into modernity. The popular actor developed special breathing exercises. Doing himself on his system got rid of 10 extra pounds in 6 months and 10 centimeters of waist circumference. In addition to the information about the effectiveness of this exercise, which we are now describing, I would like to say that Mika was far from a boy when he began practicing. He was 56 years old, so it can be argued that the exercise is not only possible at a young age. And you have to do it like this. Stand up straight, feet together, shoulders straightened, head slightly pulled upward to maximize possession of the muscles of the whole body and release the intervertebral spaces. From this position, the right foot steps forward, while the weight remains on the left leg. Hands up and breathe through your nose, using your abdominal muscles. The exhalation is long, about 7 seconds, that is, count to 7 on the exhalation. Standing in this pose, tense all the muscles. The duration of the exercise is 2 minutes. When you finish the exercise, put your hands down and relax. Now change your supporting leg and step forward with your left leg. This exercise can be repeated several times during the day. Do not expect a tangible effect before 2 months. An improvement and simplification of this exercise can be considered such breathing movements. You can be in any position, sitting, standing, or lying down. Inhale deeply through the nose and exhale longingly through the mouth, while retracting the abdomen as much as possible. Hold for about 5 seconds at maximum exhalation and then take a normal breath. Repeat several times. This exercise, if practiced for at least 5 minutes a day, guarantees a reduction in the volume of the waist and the amount of fat on the abdomen. Another type of Japanese gymnastics that helps you lose weight is imabari. Here are a few of the exercises. Holding a towel in your hands, raise your arms to chest level and try to stretch the fabric in your hands in different directions. The muscles in your chest, arms, legs, and abdomen are strained. Now raise your hands with the towel above your head and bend to the sides while pulling the towel and not bending your elbows. Lying on your back, put one foot into the towel loop and try to straighten the knee. In this situation, the thigh and abdominal muscles begin to strain. What other options are available to get rid of belly fat? To make the abdomen become less noticeable and overall health normalized and mood improved, it is necessary not only to perform special exercises, but also to try to adhere to these simple rules. Drink at least 1.5 to 2.0 liters of water per day. Reduce the amount of food you eat, and most of your meals should consist of fruits and vegetables. Get rid of bad habits, including not only smoking and drinking alcohol, but also excessive consumption of fatty foods, salty and sweet drinks, carbonated drinks, and convenience foods. In addition, in the complex struggle for a flat stomach can be used massages and wraps. These procedures will improve the drainage capacity of the skin, increase the efficiency of elimination of toxins from the body, maintain elasticity of the skin, which can hang in folds when deprived of a thick layer of subcutaneous fat. Do a cleanse of the body, regulate your diet and eating habits. Do not eat too much at night. Make sure to eat a breakfast of protein foods. Helpers in reducing belly fat will be a proper daily routine, getting enough sleep. If you don't get enough sleep regularly, the body will save energy, slowing down the metabolism and constantly demanding reinforcement, signaling it by an increased appetite. When a person gets enough sleep, all the processes occur in the body intensively and at the expense of active burning of excess fat. Scientists found that those who had less than 5 hours of sleep gained weight 5 times faster than those who rested at least 6 hours at night. Regular workouts and walks increase your muscle mass and increase your metabolic rate. Accumulation of muscular strength increases the consumption of calories and thus reduces the possibility for fat molecules to deposit on the abdomen. Cardio exercise is any exercise or activity that trains the heart muscle. They increase calorie expenditure and promote intensive fat breakdown. And, of course, an important place in reducing the size of the belly belongs to nutrition. Nutrition should clearly correspond to the necessary needs, and at the same time should not be excessively caloric and unpalatable. First of all, it is necessary to calculate the ratio of basic nutrients. The diet should consist of 50% from carbohydrates, no more than 30% protein, the rest is fat. It is important to achieve a caloric deficit with your diet, but at the same time not to lead to a decrease in nutrients, such as minerals and vitamins. Slow carbohydrates, which are found in cereals and dried fruits, should be preferred. Protein should be complete, containing easily digestible amino acids. Foods that contain the right proteins include dairy products, eggs, turkey, and rabbit. It is important to get fats that contain the necessary fatty acids. Sea fish, vegetable oils, and nuts are among the leading foods. Another thing that can improve your metabolism, speed up body cleansing, and lead to belly weight loss is the introduction of fiber-containing foods into your diet. Dietary fiber helps to break up with accumulated fat deposits in the abdominal area faster, reducing the risk of forming fatty layers around the internal organs. Foods containing fiber are vegetables, different cereals, fresh berries and fruits, whole wheat flour products. In addition to consuming substances that are good for weight loss, it is advisable to cut down on foods that contain gluten. Gluten is a plant protein found in many grains, primarily wheat. Gluten is poorly digested, difficult to digest, and prevents the breakdown of fat, so the process of losing weight in the stomach becomes very slow or stops altogether, even with intense physical exercise. Gluten is present in high concentrations in baked goods, pastries, sweets, ready-made sauces, canned goods, sausages, breakfast cereals, cooked cereals, ice cream, and beer. The desire to lose excess weight and reduce the volume of the figure, especially in the abdomen area, is understandable, but do not go to the desired result too quickly. It is necessary to introduce a set of procedures and restrictions gradually, without disturbing the health of the body. Exercising too actively can cause problems with the work of the blood vessels and heart in the first place, and giving up your favorite foods will have a negative effect on your psychological state. Only a gradual introduction of food restrictions and expansions in physical activity will lead to the desired result. At the same time, there will be no health problems, and the mood will always remain good. And when you achieve the desired goal, your mental and physical capacity for work will increase significantly.